Yeah, it's Hyper 1 or Hyper Zone. Who gives a shit? Honestly, why are you guys watching this? There's so much cool shit on YouTube. Yeah, if they don't get taken down right away, you can watch nudie videos on YouTube. And here you are watching Final Zone, or what is it called? Hyper Zone? Seriously, you guys. Now, you can avoid all this shit and see if you can just complete the stage that way, but getting a good score is actually kind of important here, because if you do, you might be able to get a better ship on the next stage. Like, for example, if you get 30,000 points at the end of this stage, for example, you get the next ship upgrade. Yeah, so you might get faster bullets, or you might get a new charge shot. You know, nothing too fancy, but the ship upgrades are nice, and it adds at least a little bit of variety here. You can slow it down, speed it up, it's all up to you. So basically you have two modes to work with. Reverse and normal. And that's pretty much it for gameplay here. No different difficulty slots or anything like that. Oh yeah, and look at those cool designs there. Enemy squares. Yeah, this game is square, alright. Yeah, Hyperzone is pretty much here just to say, hey, look at these fancy 16-bit 3D graphics we can do. Sorry there's not too much gameplay here, but hey, the graphics are nice, eh? And look at that background there. It looks like a highly advanced Rubik's Cube or something. Very cool. Well, then you start playing it, yeah, it gets very hard in a hurry, especially when you don't have a lot of room to move around in these different environments. The corridors here are short, and when you get to the final stage, it's all dark. Hey, you want a challenge? Let's turn off the lights. Good fucking luck, asshole. That's our official difficulty, and you know it. Yeah, so here we are later in the game, and guess what? We're still doing the same old crap. Moving left, right, up and down, and shooting straight forward. And no, you can't get no spray guns, no lasers, or anything like that. Thankfully, if you get later in the game, you do get a charge shot, so I guess that's something. Yeah, so you ever heard that expression, what you see is what you get, and yeah, that's pretty much Hyperzone here in a nutshell. You fly around and shit, blast stuff, you know, it seems like a great idea at first, and it is when you're dealing with the first few levels, but I don't know, when you seriously try to play it, yeah, so Hyper 1 here on the Super Nintendo, it earns a 38 out of 100. Now, there was some potential here because the graphics look nice. It shows off the Super Nintendo's mode setting effects, you know, pretty well. But when you start playing it and you're down to the final few levels, you're gonna get so bored with it because you're doing the same old shit. There's a whole bunch of weird blocks in your way, a whole bunch of nondescript sprite enemies, and you gotta shoot them down, and you can't touch the borders or you get hurt. Hyper 1, you should be ashamed of yourself.